joints, bend your knees, right? So they're soft. Make sure your tailbone is neutral so it's not tilted back like that. I have so many shiny things here. We don't want to tilt back. We want the tailbone to be pointing down. Again, you can get there by clenching everything, your lower abs, your glutes, everything, and then tilt your pelvis back. And when your glutes start to relax, that's when you know your tailbone is pointing down. Lift from your diaphragm. That's what happens when you breathe. I mean, the diaphragm is what you use when you breathe. Diaphragm pushes down and allows your lungs to fill with air and your chest, right, the rib cage to open. So don't attach it to the breathing, but lift from here, roll back your shoulders, pinch very gently in between the shoulder blades, and set so that we're not moving the upper body. You want to kind of have this like separate and in one chunk for now and not move it, okay? So let's do hip ups stationary, then we will walk back and forth without the 3/4, just with the hip ups, and then we will do the 3/4 in place and then add them. Okay, let's see if I can remember that. Huh? We're doing hip up stationary right now. Yeah. I was like, let me see if I can remember what I just said. We're gonna do whatever I happen to do. So, okay, so again, hip ups, you straighten one knee at a time, and the knee does not ever hyperextend, right? Even when I straighten, I will turn, you don't have to. It's still slightly bent. I never lock all the way out that way. Okay, it's not good for your knees. Okay, so this is our hip up. Very nice, right? So we're gonna walk forward, and we did this with our finger symbols during our warm up. We're gonna walk forward for 4 with the hip ups. Hold on, I will listen to music now. And we're going up, up, forward for 4. And 4, 3, 2, and back. 4, 3, 2. Okay, good. We've done that many, many times. Let's do our 3/4 stationary. So it's a weighted, unweighted, weighted. What that means is I'm not shifting my weight. So obviously we're not going to pick up our feet. Just to show you, I'm not shifting my weight with each one. I'm 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And of course, we're not going to look like a duck when we do that. But I'm not shifting weight. So that's why it's weighted, unweighted, weighted. Weighted, unweighted, weighted. So what that means is I can use my knee to do the weighted hip, but then I need to use my obliques and a little bit of here to lift my hip when I don't have weight on that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and now I'm gonna shift weight. 1, 2, 3. When we do these fast and we don't hold, then it becomes a triplet. But we are doing slowly now so we have time. Remember to lift from your diaphragm. Don't have your upper body do any sympathetic movement, because once we do this quickly, it'll be very, very hard if you're 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? If you have any kind of like contrarian sort of movement. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Lift from the diaphragm, roll the shoulders back, set the arms, knees are soft. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Any questions before we add that onto a walk? We're gonna do this tempo. 1, 2, 3 before we do it faster. Ready? Okay, so just scooch back a little bit. Just a little bit. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hold. So this is a 3/4 because we have time to hold it. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. Hold. Good. And walk back. 1, 2, 3. Take very, very small steps. Tiny. You see, I'm taking half steps. I don't lift my feet up. Just kind of glide. Remember to lift from the diaphragm. No slouching. Roll the shoulders back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Last one. Now we're going to do a little bit faster, and they probably will end up being a triplet where we divide the time evenly among the 3 hips and there is not a hold. This is when it becomes a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's try to ladder up. So the next is still, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's our tempo. So you still have time to hold. So it's still a 3/4, not a triplet yet. Ready? Right foot, and 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. Right, left, right, left, right, left, good, right, left, lift from your diaphragm to the back. Are your hands moving? They should not be moving. And it's not easy to keep everything locked in. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So if you're picking up your feet, it will get harder as you're moving faster, and it also is more difficult to keep it looking smooth. So again, I'm going to exaggerate. No one's doing this, but there's a like an up and down, right? Versus if I keep my feet on the floor. So I'm not picking up my feet, right? And I feel like that's much easier to keep everything smooth. It's to keep your feet just gliding on the floor. Okay? So we're gonna try it at the triplet tempo. So what are we counting? Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That's what we're counting. I know it's gonna feel fast, but just try it. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. To the back, right, left, left. Good, okay. That's fast, I know. That's fast, yes. So those become triplets. Those are different than the standing Egyptian shimmy type thing, right? Vibrational. This I'm not counting. But this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I know exactly where my hip should be, in theory at least, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if we're doing this as a troupe, if you're not counting to 3, your hip might be on the wrong side, right? Okay, let's just do that one more time. I know it's fast. We're just pushing out the edge. We're not gonna stay there for too long. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep those feet on the ground. Lift from the diaphragm. They do not have to be very big. To the back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes! Good. I know, walking backwards is always tricky. So the step is your hip up. Because when you step and you straighten the knee, that is what makes your hip come up. If I take a step and I straighten my knee, that makes my hip come up. So it's not separate. So they shouldn't be separate. Because then that means that you're actually giving yourself a harder assignment. When you take the step and you straighten your knee, the hip comes up. Just like when we do them without the 3/4, the first count is the same. Is when the knee is straightening, the hip comes up. Another way, again, we had talked about this mentally, is to think about like an earthquake and then 2 aftershocks. Earthquake, aftershock. Earthquake, aftershock. Boom, 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 boom. Now the problem with that is I don't want to stay there for too long. I've heard teachers explain that. I think if it helps you get in the 3, that's great, but they have to be even. If we're doing accented, that's on purpose, not on not like, oh, I didn't realize. Because if it's even, right, that's like even in amplitude versus we want it to be even. So sometimes we will make it accented, but it is more rare. We want to be able to choose, right? Mind over butt, as my teacher used to say, okay? Mind over booty. So if we say that we want it smooth, then we can do it smooth. If we want to do it accented, then we do it accented. That's the ideal, is that you can choose because you have that control over your body. But at the beginning, if you're having a hard time squishing in all 3 for whatever reason, you could think earthquake, reverberation, earthquake, reverberation, earthquake, reverb, earthquake, reverb, boom, boom, yeah, I know. The goodness of the booty continues. It's not just 1, you get 3. So whatever works for you sort of mentally, but if you're thinking about the earthquake and the 2 aftershocks, or the earthquake and then the reverberation, keep in mind that at some point very soon in the future, you will want to be able to make them even. Because if we're 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, if we look like this and what like this, that does not look the same, right? Because the reverberation is so much smaller. So it does not look the same. And sometimes if the choreography is like boom, 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 because the music is like that, then that's fine. But we need to be able to choose, okay? Let's do our hip down. This is a true hip down when it just goes down, down, down. This is actually a hip drop. It's how I learned the original terminology. Drop and drop. So we've done this in the choreography with the drum, right? So you're thinking about taking your hip and dropping it in between your knees. Okay, you're thinking about lengthening. Drop. And your heart center stays mostly to the front. You don't want to do this, right? That's not the same thing. Okay, other side, I always do a lot more on the right side. Okay, left side. Drop. Drop. So for those of you who have been with me for almost 2 years and did this in the tabla plus drum solo, does it feel less bad now? Okay. Okay. Part of it is just using it and stretching it out, and the other is getting used to the movement, right? And down. Okay, so same premise here. Let's just walk forward without adding the 3/4 just yet. Drop, 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 drop. Remember your heart center is to the front. Make sure your upper body and your arms are not moving, which means you have to hold them. Drop, drop. Okay. Any questions? Notice I did not do that going backwards. That's weird. I guess anything is possible, but that's I don't do that backwards. Okay, any questions about that before we add the 3/4? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, you have, now this is all muscular, right? Because you don't have the benefit of like a hip up where you're just straightening the knee. This takes muscle, and this takes muscle. So the whole thing is gonna be all this around here. Okay, let's try. Ready? And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Small steps. 1, 2, 3. You'll feel a little pigeon-toed because you're dropping in the middle. 2, 3, and that's okay. But I'm not being pigeon-toed on purpose. I end up that way because I'm thinking about the hip. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Questions? Yes. I know. It's like, ah. So the thing that I want to mention is you will feel like you need to swing your hip around. 1, 2, 3. Here is where you're going to feel like you need to swing that hip around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's not like a big swing around like that, right? But you will feel a little bit of that because you're dropping it in the middle. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is a triplet because you see I'm not pausing. I'm cutting the time into 3 even pieces. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. What is your upper body doing? What are your hands doing? They're being held, which takes muscle, but they're not doing anything. Actually, they're not doing this. Ready? Let's do a little bit faster and make sure you lift your diaphragm and you set the hands. That means pinch just gently in between your shoulder blades. Ready? We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I can't count that fast. Down, 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 down. Make sure you're dropping that hip down, or else it's gonna look like a hip up that you're stepping forward on. It has to go down, right? Which means that my back hip is going diagonal back. My belly button turns a little bit. You see? It's to the side, and it's to the other side, and side, side. But I'm not thinking, let me make my feet pigeon-toed, or I'm not thinking, let me shift my belly button. I am thinking about taking my hip and dropping it. Okay? And it does not have to be big. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? If it's small and you're doing it correct, that's fine. That's good. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What are your hands doing? What are your elbows doing? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What are your shoulders doing? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.